I'd like to call to order the Executive Committee meeting Wednesday, February 18th, 2026 at 9 a.m. We'll start off with a roll call. Yes.
Mr. Hess, Ms. Polk, Mr. Seroy, Ms. Weber, Ms. Parker, Mr. Carrico,
You're on mute.
Present.
All right.
Mr. Featherling, Mr. Kirkstra,
Present.
Mr. Hunter,
Present.
Ms. Foster, Mr. Ashcraft, Mr. Alexander Hildebrand,
Present.
Mr. Long.
We have a
We
quorum.
do have a quorum.
And then can I have a motion and a second to allow Carrico and Hunter in via Zoom? First by Featherling, second by Long. We'll do a voice vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. All right, motion carries. Welcome to the meeting. I don't have anything
Thank
under
you.
public comment. Next, we'll move to the approval of the minutes of the January 21st, 2026 meeting. Can I have a motion and a second to approve the meeting minutes? First by Weber, second by Parker. We'll do a voice vote on that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same
Aye.
sign. All right, motion carries. Anita will cover legislative when she gets up here. We'll have Jason Shane come to the front with information systems for a monthly update. Morning, Jason, for the second time.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have too much to report. We did update another 2 network cabinets over there at the courthouse, which takes us only 2 cabinets away from having that building completely completed on all their cabinets being updated, all their switches. This last one, we updated switches, which gave upgrade backbones for the jury area, the court reporters, Sandy's 208, 209 circuit clerk area, courtroom 200, 300, and 309. So now they have bigger backbones all the way down to the servers, which definitely helps with the network congestion. We also completed our new email account switchover. So now we have everyone on the new one. I sent an email to the
That took a lot of work.
It took a lot of time, a lot of testing, a lot of work, and a lot of patience of our fellow employees too. So I will say that. But we've also already seen some major benefits from it, just purely on phishing emails and spam and stuff like that. Some of these emails are so hard to catch because it's just plain text. It's just social engineering. They're just trying to trick you without hyperlinks, without things. So it's just plain text. We can't block plain text in email because that's kind of the point of the email. But this new system, it does have some better catching methods where one fish that did get sent to us got sent to 177 emails on our new one. Only 2 of them got through. The other 175 got caught. And honestly, I was very impressed myself on how it did it. So we are definitely seeing good benefits on that front. And beyond that, we're on budget. We're going to continue working on the courthouse to finish that physical network and Wi-Fi improvements. We're close to finish line on that, and then we'll circle back to this building.
Any questions for Jason?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, Jason, thank you for hooking a brother up. I appreciate it.
Not a problem, Mr. Hunter.
Thanks, you guys
Mr. Featherling?
Thanks, you guys, for all your help. But how long? We're updating everything right now.
Were you speaking to Mike?
Oh, sorry. We're updating everything right now. How long until it's not updated anymore? Just take a guess. I mean, 2-3 years of technology, or what do we have here? I'm just wondering.
You're talking about technology, so
Yeah.
Ever evolving?
Yeah, it's ever evolving. We are making major steps right now, but right now we're focused on the network, the bandwidth, the traffic load that we can handle, especially with Wi-Fi. Just because so many things nowadays, especially with court proceedings and people, their attorneys bring in their laptops, and you know, we want to make sure our backbone and our infrastructure can not only handle what we have, but handle things that come out in the future. So we're doing a major check into that. Once we have that in place, then there's going to be other projects. You know, I'll be focusing on upgrading the servers because every 5 years you want to take a look at those, or you want to take a look at desktops. We always do like a rotation thing. Whereas like we'll focus on this type of technology, desktops, laptops, this year. Next year we'll worry about data storage. Next year we'll worry about servers. That way we can always move forward, but also keep everything kind of spread out enough that's not too much of a load on one department.
Okay. Just sounds like an awful confusing venture to me.
Thank you, Jason.
No problem.
Next up, we have the Health Department, John Beavis. Can I have a motion to accept and put his administrator's report on file? First by Long, second by Foster. We'll do a voice vote for that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. All right, motion carries. Good morning.
Good
Welcome.
morning. You have my report. I'm here. I'll entertain any questions.
This is Dr. Polk.
Dr. Polk.
I would like to ask a question. Do you have any room for interns this year? I have a young lady that's going to be a senior biology major, and she wants to end up being a nurse practitioner. She's an honors student at the University of Arkansas from Pembroke, and I would like to know, she needs to have a paid intern job for the summer for her senior year.
Unfortunately, we do not have paid internships, especially within the nursing program at this point. We do accept and have had interns in the past and would be looking for one this year in regards to our environmental health program. That would not be a salaried internship per se. However, it would pay mileage and expenses in regards to what that individual would incur. And would involve working within the environmental health program, mostly with the vector work. That would be the mosquitoes and ticks. However, we have allowed and do have individuals who come within our, we have nursing students from Olivet, from KCC. We would gladly welcome potentially anybody that might want to shadow in regards to seeing what we do so that they can get a flavor of the health department's aspect in regards to its nurses compared to those at the hospitals or within medical facilities.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any more questions for John?
All right, have a great Wednesday.
Thank you. Next up, we have Dr. Patricia High. We have the Joint Education Committee report, and I'll need a motion to accept and put that on file. First by
Polk.
Weber, second by Polk, and we'll do a voice vote for that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. And then we'll do the quarterly report, and then she'll give her full report. Quarterly report for the Regional Superintendent of Iroquois and Kankakee Schools, and I just need a motion and a second to put that on file as well. First by Long, second by Featherling, and then we'll do a voice vote. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, same sign. All right, motion carries. Welcome, Dr. High.
Good morning. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather.
No, you are good. It's going around.
Yeah, apparently it is. As you can see, I included a lot of our joint ed information. Joint ed, again, is just where we take members from representatives from Iroquois and Kankakee County and come together quarterly to go through what we do at ICANN. A lot of the stuff surrounds different school buildings and different projects that are going on because we do permit those projects. It involves impact fees and it involves our financial report in which we use the dollars given to us by both Iroquois and Kankakee County. So you could see my report. We were right on track. We actually, knock on wood, had we're a three-peat for our clean audit. So we just got our audit report back. We have a clean audit for 3 years in a row. We celebrate that. It's like Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, all of that fun stuff when that report comes back clean. And you could just kind of breeze through the budgets. We did not collect any impact fees, and we are currently doing compliance on 4 schools, not 3. There is a typo in the report. And we are actually starting those this week. So because our system just opened with Association of Regional Superintendents. Any questions?
Questions for Dr. I? I do not see anyone for any questions. All right, I guess we're good to go.
Have a good day, everybody.
Next up, we have the VAC, Eric Peterson, with his monthly report. Can I have a motion to accept and put his report on file? First by Featherling. Second by Kirkstra. And we'll do a voice vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. All right, motion carries. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are
Good
you
morning,
doing?
everyone. I'm doing well. Thank
Good.
you. So currently in Veterans Treatment Court, we have 8 participants. We're hoping in the very near future we'll have 2 graduating. So I hope to have some positive updates by next committee meeting. As far as the rest of the office report, there aren't a lot of new updates. We were preparing for the beginning of that remodel. Because it's happening while we are open, we have made some changes in our office to make sure that we can break up the project into phases while it not interrupting our work and everything that we're doing with the veterans. So all of that so far so good. Continuing to have a great relationship with Congresswoman Kelly's office, having Aaron Craig come out to our office to make sure that he's providing a voice for our veteran community. Just yesterday, we were at KCC with Congresswoman Kelly's office and our office. We had our veteran service officers out there just to make sure that we were working with both the staff, the students, and some of the community that might have an easier time getting to KCC than to our office. In addition to that, the only other new updates I have, so we did also finally hire our new outreach veteran service officer. He is a Marine veteran. His name is James Elliott. I look forward to bringing him here, hopefully by the next meeting. Previously, before this, he'd worked for the Kankakee School District. Before that, he was an ATF agent and also worked for CSL for some time. So he's a phenomenal guy, and I'm really excited to have him as a part of our team as well. And lastly, the only other thing that I would like to share with the committee is the last committee meeting. Thankfully, Mr. Hunter and some of the other committee members shared, some very kind words about the Veterans Assistance Commission, which I sincerely appreciated. And I appreciate it even more because a few hours before that meeting, I was called and notified that one of our residents over at the Liberty Lodge had unfortunately succumbed to the complications of his cancer. And he passed away in the home. And I got that phone call at about 5:30 that morning, right before I got ready to come here. And I didn't want to say anything about it then because we were still notifying the family, making sure that everyone else knew. And we were at his funeral over at Jones Funeral Home off of Schuyler. And the last line in his funeral card was thanking everyone that was involved with the Liberty Lodge. And his name was Derek Boyden. So I wanted to share that with everyone here today because his friends at the lodge had told me the same thing. If it wasn't for the lodge, we don't know where he would have been, where he would have passed away. But he thankfully passed away in his home, surrounded by his family, and with a community that's been supporting him and gave him arguably the best Christmas he could have had before he passed away. So just wanted to share that with everyone too. But other than that, unless anybody has any questions, that concludes my report today.
Mr. Featherling?
How you coming on the room over there?
So far, so good. Walls are down. Looks a lot more open. They started building the front desk so that it would accommodate 2, possibly 3 people. So far everything's going according to schedule and staying within the budget. So
No
far
surprises?
so good. Not yet.
It's a remodel,
Any more questions for Eric?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks everyone. Have a great day.
Next up, Anita Speckman with the monthly report, our administrator. morning for the second time.
Morning. Good morning. So again, you remember last month we were pretty low in terms of openings, and we continue that. Last month we had 8 openings, and this month we have 7. Of those, 5 are not county directed. So in other words, the 2 are at the state's attorney's office, 2 in public health, 1 in animal control. So they're not managed through the 5th floor here. So pretty consistent. Of those 7, 5 are over 30 days old. 2 are new this month. 1 is an animal control. The most recent is an animal control officer. Those tend to get filled somewhat quickly, so I expect to see that one drop off. We are going to do a new hire orientation tomorrow. We will have, at this point, we have 5 reservations. I want to remind all of our department heads and elected officials that it's important to let us know ahead of time who's coming. We have different packets depending on where someone is an employee. So in other words, health department is different. CanCom is different. So it's important for us to know who's here so we have the right materials and we're not chasing upstairs to get the right booklets before we start. It'll be a low number. That's typically if we only have 5 enrollees or 5, we might delay, postpone, cancel this month and then do it next month. But next month Joanne will not be in. So we're going to go ahead and have it this month. And the importance is we look at the dates the employees are eligible for their benefits. So we try to match that up, that if we're going to cancel an orientation, we want to make sure we've got one before an employee is enrolling in benefits, so they're able to listen to what we have to say about that and kind of give them that information. So that's where we are with kind of the HR hiring process. Union negotiations, highway negotiations is still in process. That CBA ended November 30th of 2025. So we are overdue in working on that, and that is a process. Other than that, let's see, March 19th, we have our claims review with IPMG. And as a reminder, we do that once or twice a year usually. We take a look, we go through our work comp claims, any lost time work comp claims, and liability claims. And we talk through that with the attorneys for IPMG, our representatives, the claims adjusters, and then myself and typically a couple members of the Sheriff's Department. And we'll walk through the claims and talk through kind of where we're at with those, whether the reserves, it's very important, especially around the one we do later on, which is late July. August is important because if there's a large reserve set aside for a claim that maybe the person is back to work, etc., you want to get that taken off before they look at renewal. So actually I had someone stop by, the risk management person stopped by last week, and he asked me about a large claim with a large reserve, and then I'm like, wait a second. Checked with Joanne, checked with the payroll records, and he hadn't lost any time. So sometimes things get lost in translation. The way it comes in, it looks like it's going to be a more serious claim, and it turns out not to be. So we want to get those corrected and off our reserve list. So so that is March 19th. The legislative update I laid on your desk. I got that from UCCI. It's kind of, there's not the, what do I want to say, full sessions. They will go into sessions next month or starting next week. So you can see there's not a lot. It is interesting if you look about 3/4 of the way down the first page. It says the bill introduction deadline was February 6th, and more than 6,000 pieces of legislation were filed prior to midnight. So that's what we're looking at right now. there will be a lot that happens between now and, let's say, April. There is a calendar, which I think that kind of gives you the dates. Obviously, nothing's going to happen until the end of May, probably that last week of May. Come April, the deadline is to move those bills out of committee. Then we'll kind of have a better feel for what might be coming down the pike. So. Questions?
Questions for Anita? Ms. Parker?
I do. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Anita, I have a question and maybe a concern. With our health insurance for our employees, was there any change at all with prescriptions, with the price of prescriptions for them?
Yes.
Did any of them, because I found that they've raised several medications up to tier 3, where you pay a lot more for it, where it was $25, now it could be $350 or more for that. Has that affected any of our employees?
I will say probably a large percent of medications, the everyday medications, are now generic. Mm-hmm. Our generic prices went from $0 to $5.
Okay.
I did get some calls on that because that was a change.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, that's an issue. Tier 3 is, specialty drugs. Those I've not had feedback on those,
okay.
But I will say all of our tiers changed with our new policy,
okay.
which we discussed 6 months ago when we did that renewal. But yeah, it is. Drugs are a huge issue. The price of prescriptions mm-hmm. are a huge issue. But we'll see, it'll be interesting to see what happens after the executive order for favored nation pricing that came out of the White House. Mm-hmm. That is for people that are uninsured, so it's not ours. But I'm hoping that has some market pressure to push prices downward a little bit, but I don't know that. That's just me surmising. Yeah. We'll have to see what the market does over the next 6 months.
Absolutely. Now, is that different from Trump RX?
That's what I'm talking about. Trump
they
RX.
call it now.
Yeah.
It's not going to be called
It
Trump
is for uninsured. Yeah. If you don't have drug prescription coverage. And I did try, I went into some of my mom's and looked at it. What she's paying under Medicare is considerably less than what the pricing on Trump RX is. But I did kind of go in and test it out to see how it would look price-wise. So I really think for our retirees, for people over 65, it's probably not going to be something that's helpful.
No.
I think for most of our employees, the coverage that we have through Blue Cross is probably going to be more favorable. But, time will tell. It's a little early.
Exactly. I'm glad that, even $5 may be a lot to some people, but it's not like having 200% of that go
right.
up. I'm just concerned because I was kind of overhearing a conversation with the pharmacist and an elderly gentleman, and it just breaks my heart. I just wanted to go up there and pay for his prescription. But I didn't want to interrupt, but part of me was wanting to get in there and do it because he said, could I just have one pill? And that broke my heart.
Yeah,
so,
it is. Yeah. It is a challenge.
It is for
I'm
seniors.
actually there a lot at Walgreens, and the conversations you hear and even the challenges we have are, it is hard. It's a tremendous expense, and unfortunately, the medications have been unbelievable over the last, let's say, generation,
mm-hmm.
That have given quality of life to so many people, but there's a cost to that.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I'll just say it out loud. I am just disappointed that we spend so much money on frivolous things, not the county, nationwide. that we spend money on frivolous things, and why not spend it on something really good, like give seniors hearing aids and pay for their medication and help them out a little bit more with everyday cost. I'm just so sad that our country is not serving them the way that they should. But thank you for sharing.
Okay.
Ms. Foster?
Yeah, good morning, Anita. I have a question. You know, last
Will you speak
year...
into the mic?
Oh.
No, you're good.
Sorry. Last year, we hired a new lobbyist group, and I was wondering, do we get a report from them as far as what they're doing for us?
The chairman.
Yes, so they give a report. They'll email me a report every month. Yes.
Okay.
So I could share that with the board members. I don't have a problem doing that, but yes, they do email me every month.
Okay, please do. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next up, we have the County Assessor's Monthly Report, Eric Blair. Can I have a motion to accept and put his report on file? First by Long, second by Foster. We'll do a voice vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. All right, motion carries. Welcome, Eric.
Morning, Mr. Chairman. Morning, members of the committee. I don't have a lot of new information for you this morning. Part of that is because I think the Department of Revenue was really on their toes, and I was able to report last month that we had our final abstract certified, and so that is a huge checkpoint in the assessment and tax cycle. That's usually something I talk about in February, and I was able to say that in January. So that's not to say that we're not certainly busy downstairs, and we are working through a lot of annual renewals of homestead exemptions, all the different types of homestead exemptions for seniors, disabled people, disabled veterans, and so forth. And so that's kind of the main focus of the department at the moment. But the next big thing, the next big hurdle that I need to get through is with the Department of Revenue. They will send a detailed sales list of everything that they say, bless you, sir, that the Department of Revenue says qualifies for the sales ratio study. And at that point, myself and a staff member will review the entire list. It's we get about maybe 2,000 sales a year. About 1,000 of those, about half of it, does qualify for the study. So it's an extensive process for us to go through and look and make sure that we agree that something should be in the study or should be out of the study. I also do involve the township assessors and let them know so that they can help us if they are aware of circumstances surrounding a sale that should be removed and things like that. So that's the next big step for us, because as soon as we get that done, then we get the certified median for 2025, and then I know exactly the percentage of increase, decrease per township. Right now I'm just projecting until I get that certified. So that's the next huge step in the cycle, and I look for that hopefully in March. Sometimes it's as late as April, but we'll be looking for that. With that said, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Eric? All right, thank you.
Have a great day, folks.
Appreciate everything you do.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Next up, we have the County Clerk's Monthly Report, Dan Hendrickson. Can I have a motion to accept and put his report on file? First by Long, second by Weber, and then we'll do a voice vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same side. Welcome, Dan.
Howdy.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all well. Or as well as we can be.
Right.
Just wanted to touch base on a few election things, just for your information. Ballots were mailed out on February 5th to all of the people that signed up for the permanent vote by mail. And we have some candidates that are still on the ballot there was a Republican governor that was removed after ballots were printed and mailed. We will not be reprinting those ballots. The cost for that is exorbitant. So we will be putting messages out. We've got it in our early vote room that the candidate has been removed and votes for that candidate will not count. We still have an outstanding case with the Democratic representative in the 79th district that the courts have not made a ruling yet. So once we get that information, if the candidate's removed, we'll do the same thing. We'll post notice at our office. We'll post it at every polling place. And for those people that are in that district that request a mail ballot, we'll include that information as well. In-person voter registration closed yesterday and will remain closed until 2 days after the primary election, so that'd be March 19th. However, online registration continues through March 1st. And grace period registration for those people who didn't get a chance to update their registration or register to vote is available in our office today through Election Day. Just need to bring 2 forms of identification, register, and you'll have to vote at that time. We will have people coming in every day. We will have people coming in on Election Day to vote. Our office is a polling place through this year and next year. So that does create a little bit of a logistical issue for us. I'm going to be closing my office to everything that's not election related on March 17th for the election, with apologies to the people who want to come in for passports or marriage licenses or to get certified copies. We just don't have personnel available while we're fielding all the phone calls. Early voting will be starting in Manteno on March 5th, 6th, and 7th at the Manteno at Leo Hassett Community Building. Hours are the 2 weekdays from noon to 6, and on Saturday from 10 until 2. And in Bourbonnais at the Municipal Building, that Monday through Friday, noon to 6, and that Saturday the 14th from 10 to 2. If anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them to the best of my ability.
Any questions for Dan?
I've stunned y'all into silence.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much.
I know it's a busy time for you.
Just
this
a
year.
smidge. Have a great day.
You too. Next up, we have the Recorder's Monthly Report. Lori Gadbois, can I have a motion and a second to accept and put her report on file? First by Kirkstra, second by Polk. We'll do a voice vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. All right, motion carries. Good morning.
Good morning. Any questions? I really have nothing to report. Just things are going well, business as usual. Working on some legislative initiatives, just cleaning up some of the recorder's bill again. That's really about it.
Any questions for Lori? All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Next up, we have AWAC update by Tinker Parker. Tinker's coming to the front.
I got the big chair again. Okay. Good morning. I have sort of like good news, bad news, but I'm going to start with the not bad news. I was so really excited about our meeting last week. Unfortunately, being an educator, I was stopped at the door and I had to go back in to take care of some things. But I want to thank Carol Weber for taking over and providing us with the most detailed notes I've ever read. I don't know what we are going to do if she steps away from AWAC. I will be really stressed out. So Carol, thank you so much for what you do. With the person that, Mark Ayers, that we had scheduled to be on the phone at our meeting, spoke to the group. And I can.
Just pull it towards you.
I will do that. I'll scoot up this way. How's that? If I fall on the floor.
No.
He did speak, and some of the notes that I read, and maybe Carol can fill us in on some of the blank spots here, but his name's Mark Ayers, and he's with the Humane World for Animals. And what that I want to propose, that he said his organization has tried and failed several times with a database for cruelty to animals. And he basically sent an email to Christy Slaby saying basically the same thing. We're not, we don't have a, hope you can, go forward with it, but it's not going to kind of work. It's kind of a negative Nelly thing, which is not in my wheelhouse. I'm going to go forward with it and with our committee, because we're charged. We're going to be working with our assistant state's attorney. We're so glad that we have him with us. And if we start locally, then if we can grow, great. But some of this law needs to be put into effect to have that database locally, and my goal is statewide. But I'm not going to let one person stop me and our committee. We're charging forward.
Thank you.
Yeah. So there's a lot of information and researching, and I did send to Mr. Coughlin basically the easiest and simplest law that maybe we could use as a template. Update on our memorial wall at Animal Control is moving forward. The artist is coming in to paint the wall, and the committee decided that it will be a 4-inch by 6-inch frame with the pet that would hang from the wall, and the cost to that would be $75 to put your pet up there for memorial, and it will be on social media and through the mail and other means for anyone who would like to honor their pet up on the wall. So she's going to be starting the painting soon. Carol, did she have a date when she was going to start painting? Because she just had a baby, so it could be a little bit down the road, but that's one thing that we're going to be working on to memorialize our pets. I know I'm going to have a big check to write for many animals that need to be in memory. Okay, any questions?
Any questions for Kara? Or I mean Tinker, not Carol.
Or Carol.
All right, thank you, Tinker.
Oh, you bet.
Next up, we have appointments, appointments, reappointments, and resignations. We have the resignation of Dwayne Hall from the Otto Township Fire Protection District, the resignation of Richard Hansen from the Minnie Creek Drainage District, and the resignation of Christopher Curtis from the Will Kankakee Regional Development Authority. And can I have a motion to combine and approve those? Just first by Long, second by Weber, and then we'll do a voice vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. And then openings, we have one opening on the Farmland Assessment Review Committee, one opening on the Regional Planning Commission, one opening on the Board of Review, one opening on the Metro Board, one opening on the Zoning Board of Appeals, one opening on the BM Lewis Drainage District, one opening on the Clausen Park Drainage District, one opening on the Mantino Drainage District number 3, one opening on the Minnie Creek Drainage District, one opening on the Moments and Yellowhead Drainage District number 1, two openings on the Bourbonnais Fire Protection District, one opening on the Essex Fire Protection District, one opening on the Greater Moments Fire Protection District, one opening on the Limestone Township Fire Protection District, one opening on the Mantino Fire Protection District, one opening on the Otto Fire Protection District, one opening on the Pilot Township Fire Protection District, one opening on the St. Anne Fire Protection District, and one opening on the Will Kankakee Regional Development Authority. So we have a lot of openings. It's fire protection. No repeating, but it's on YouTube, I promise. Is there any old business? If not, we have some new business. All right, Della, I'll have you come to the front. Thank you. Welcome, Dell.
Yes, good morning.
We'll wait till she passes it out.
Yes. I apologize to those of you online. We were still working on this yesterday, getting this put together. We can certainly send some out to you.
Right.
Yeah, I got a great video.
Okay.
All right. All good?
Yes.
All right. Every 5 years, our solid waste management plan was first adopted back in 1995. And every 5 years, the EPA requires us to, the clicker's not working.
Clicker's not working? All right, you just let us know. When
Yeah, go ahead and hit it. Maybe.
Gotta move around.
Why the clicker's not working, but... Oh, there we go.
Is it working now?
Clicker's working now.
All right, clicker's working now.
All right, so every 5 years, we are required to review the plan and make any updates to it and any revisions that are needed. And this year is time for that. We got a letter back in December giving us 90 days to review the plan and send the EPA a recommendation from the plan. The spreadsheet that is in front of you is all of the recommendations from the 1995 plan, which was the original plan. The 2020 update of the plan was the last time it was reviewed, and now we've got the 2026 update over on the right-hand side for each item on the list. So going through it, they are numbered. Some of the achievements that we've had, reference number 10, the county development implement a waste reduction programs in-house as an example to local businesses. The county currently does that. Each building has recycling bins for paper and for aluminum cans and such. Same thing with number 18. That's, if you see those little blue boxes by everybody's desk, that's for recycling paper. That's something we implemented quite a while back. And the other references there are all codes that were all adopted back in about 2012 for recycling, for solid waste management. If you want to go through them all, we can, but it's pretty extensive. So we achieved all of those parts of the plan. Here recently, we've initiated Recycling Coach. We're currently working with a consultant to put that together. That'll be a website for a clearinghouse of all the different locations that you can take various recyclables in Kankakee County. Sometimes not in the county, but you know, if Joliet is the nearest place you can take paint, that's what's going to be listed. So whatever's closest to us. We're going to continue to pursue a recycling rate of 40%. We're going to continue that on. And we're going to continue our partnership so far with Belson Steel for the electronics recycling. I believe that contract is due next year. It's up, so there will be some renegotiation there. And reference number 43 had to do with an escrow fund for, I think, landfills. We currently don't have a landfill, but the numbers that they gave in there were like 2012 numbers, so if we probably should look at the amounts in the required for those funds if we were to have a landfill. I was needing to repeat this, but one thing that we are not going to be able to give the EPA this time is waste generation data. We just couldn't find it anywhere. The only thing we do have is the electronic recycling. We recycle about 130 tons a year. And the next steps. We reviewed and researched it all. We got to send this off to the EPA for a review. We're here before the executive committee asking for your blessing on it, and it'll go to county board next month, and EPA will review and approve at the end.
So we just need a motion and a second to recommend approval to send to the full
Yes.
board. Okay, can I have a motion? We'll do a motion and a second and then questions. First by Featherling. Second by Kirkstra, and then Ms. Foster.
Yeah, good morning, Delbert. Is the EPA still monitoring the waste dump in Pembroke Township?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay. And so it's in compliance? There's nothing?
If it wasn't, they would send me paperwork on it, and I have not seen any.
All right, thank you.
Tinker?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Delbert, I didn't catch the last part. You said about paint. Is that you said was that Joliet? You said that
That was just an example.
an example. Okay.
The Recycle Coach is going to be an online portal where you can type in I need to get rid of batteries, and it'll show you the closest place for that. I just wanted to make it clear that not everything can be recycled in Kankakee County. The closest place for some things may be Joliet or Champaign, but it will tell you where you can take it.
That would be good. That's a lot of questions people ask me about.
There are local places you can take paint, but that was just an example. Okay?
Yeah, with paint and without paint, like an empty paint can, what do they do with it? So this will be good information.
If
for
it's
me to share.
latex, you just set it out, let it dry out, throw it in your regular garbage. If it's oil-based, you have to have it, take it to a place.
Good information. Thank you, Delbert.
You're welcome.
Any more questions for Del? All right, we'll do a voice vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. All right, motion carries. There's nothing else under new business. Roger's not here, so
I'll make that motion to
we'll do a
adjourn.
first. Kirkstra had his hand up first. First by Kirkstra for adjournment, second by Featherling, and we'll do a voice vote for that. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, same sign. All right, motion carries.